Hi everyone. So today I'm back with another problem from LeetCode, and this is a LeetCode easy find subarrays with equal sum. So given a zero indexed integer array nums, we need to determine whether there exists two subarrays of length 2 with equal sum. Note that the two subarrays must begin at different indices. Return true if these subarrays exist or false otherwise. A subarray is a contiguous non-empty sequence of elements within an array. Let's start by looking at an example and writing a pseudocode to understand what exactly are they expecting out of our problem here. So the first example is as follows. We have nums equal to 4 to 4. And if we think about this, we know that um, we do not need to, the subarrays must begin at different indices. So in order to keep track, our first subarray of length 2 will be 4 of 2, and our next subarray will be of 2 of 4. And because we are starting them at different indices, this was at 0, and this was at 1. So we can do a sliding window approach in this case and only consider sub indices of length 2. Um, we need to keep a track of the sum. So in order to do that, what I plan to do is that um, this is equal to 6, and this is equal to 6 as well. So we'll return a true. But if this was, let's say, 5, and let's change the problem here, 2 plus 5, um, 7, we would have returned a false because the two subarrays do not have the same sum. So how do we approach this problem? And for this case, what I will be doing is that I'll be defining a set, because set will only keep distinct sum values. So if we'll iterate through the entire list of nums from we'll iterate through the subarrays of nums, and if the sum of those subarrays is already present in this set, we will return a true, else we'll return a false. Let's do it. Let's write the code and see how we approach the problem, and then I will show it with once again with the example. So firstly, I'll be initializing my set, and let's change the variable name as a hash set. All right, so let's iterate through the nums list. So for I in range length of nums minus 1, if nums of I plus nums of I minus 1 is in hash set, we return true, else, or we don't even need an else, we just do hash set dot add nums of I plus nums of I plus 1, otherwise we return a false. Invalid syntax. If in hash set, invalid syntax, return my bad. All right, so the code has been accepted and the output has is equivalent to true. Let's submit the code and see if it passes the remaining test cases. And we have the code has been accepted, so it's passed all the test cases. So let's try to look at the example and see what I mean when I'm writing this code here. Let's go back to the description and take a example, the second example in our case, and see how it's going to be done in by the code that I had written. So firstly, it will be creating an empty hash set. All right, and I don't think I need to define it. I'll just we'll just see the set operation as it goes. So for I in range length of nums minus 1, because the first two, if nums of I plus nums of I plus 1 in hash set, it's not in a hash set, the sum of the first two subarrays, we are going to add it now. So this will be 1 plus 2 equivalent to 3. Let's go using the sliding approach window approach. It's now going to move from 2 to 3, and because it is the sum of this is already not in the hash set, it's going to be equivalent to 5. Let's go again and see if we have 3 to 4 in the hash set, and once again this is equal to 7, and we're going to just add it. Next we have 4 to 5 in the hash set, because it's not in the hash set, to 4 plus 5 is equivalent to 9, so it's not in the hash set, and hence we will return false because none of the items are being repeated, and set only takes the unique occurrences. Let's go back and do the first example, which had returned a true, and see how my code will run in this case. So in this case, 4 plus 2, the hash set will take the value of 6. But when it goes to the next loop of 2 plus 4, it will notice that 2 plus 4 equal to 6 is already in the hash set, because sets can only take unique occurrences. Hence, it's going to return a true. And hence, our code is going to stop there and going to return a true, which means that we have found two subarrays within our nums list with the same sum, and they do not have the same starting indices. So in terms of runtime, this is O to the n because we're iterating through each of the string, and in terms of memory as well, it's O to the n. And I hope you all enjoyed this video and the explanation was clear, and see you all next time.